Hey everyone, this is Tappers here once again, and welcome back to the Super Fighting Robot Kirby Challenge. We are off to stage 4 of Wily's imprisoned castle, and this stage is actually very unique. Well, okay, I can't really say unique because we got some really unusual, kind of oddly catchy music to go with a stage that is very gimmick-based. You probably saw at the beginning of the stage that there were some arrows with numbers, kind of like you see right here. This here is more of an anti-gravity based stage. If you remember, if you know of Mega Man 5 for Game Boy, it's pretty much just like that, but there's a lot more use of it as far as puzzle solving and the like. Also for this stage, we are using the Soak Rain once again. Now, like before, we did get to use the Soak Rain a little bit in Coleman stage. This time, we get to use it at certain points because we do actually get some ammo drops. Or, not ammo drops, but weapon pickups. Fortunately, we will be using that a lot more than we normally would. However, there is still a luck-based element by the end of the... well, okay, I can't say there's a luck-based element in a Mega Man game, no. The boss pretty much requires that we use the Soak Rain because, like most of the other bosses, the Soak Rain only is the main weakness because it does more than 1 damage, and it does more than 0 as well. But, one thing that I'm not too pleased about this stage is that they brought back the moles because it does cause some slowdown, as you kind of saw. I did at least want to use the weapon here because, I don't know, I wanted to pick up some ammo and at least show off the weapon. That it is kind of like, think of it almost like the Thunderwool, except that the Soak Rain has a better spread and that it doesn't completely fizzle out if the clouds actually hit something. Well, I guess it still depends on enemy durability, but that's kind of beside the point. One thing that's really tough about this stage is that you do have to gauge your momentum and gravity because there are cases where there's a lot of death spikes, or I should say death Gordos. So if you're not careful, you might end up jumping into a pit because your momentum takes you further down than you'd expect, or you might end up clipping a spike that you didn't want to. But yeah, fortunately there are some enemies, or some Sniper Joes, that are in very good locations that I can actually slip by some enemies, but but this cocoon enemy I can't actually, or I'm bomb pun, that's what it was. Also, I never did mention these swamp enemies are called T-Nat. That's basically T-N-A-T. I don't really know what that's supposed to stand for, but I mean, kind of like the UFO unrelenting fighting obliterator that we fought 2 stages ago. This one I don't know the abbreviation, long-term name for it, but I'm sure they do a ton of damage, and a lot of the problems I have in the stage are just goading it out, but it's not too bad. We do see some return of enemies like the Side Daggers, which basically you will never get hit by them as long as you just hold up to win. This is all of a sudden the next-gen Sonic games where you hold boost to win. Also, right there, I had a little audio skip. I don't know what happened. Maybe the game lagged or something was happening in the background, like my antivirus just causing a little hiccup, blurp, or whatever you want to call it. But, yeah. Ladders, I would say, are kind of a tricky thing in this stage because, like here, if you jump off at the wrong part, your momentum will take you into the pit instead of the ladder. I actually died on this part during one of my first few attempts, and it's really frustrating when you find out that the boss corridor is right there. Yeah, it really does suck, and we're also going in at low health, along with very low or very high gravity, and our opponent at the end is a Metang that shoots fire. I mean, a Metang that's now fire-based? What is this? The Alola version? No. This isn't Pokemon Gen 7. But it's actually called Pyrocore. And as you can guess, it uses fire-based attacks that shoot out fire, rain fire, it's catching fire. No, it's not really that. But I mentioned that the Soak Rain is his weakness, and it's mostly because it takes more than 1 damage. In fact, it takes 2. Ooh, we're moving up in the world. But also a note, when you defeat the boss, those platforms appear, so you can't fall into the pit. That's a good move on their part. So next time we'll be going off to Stage 5. So I'll see you then.